Hello, YouTube. I hope you all are doing well today. 31st of March. Today is my birthday. And birthdays are always an interesting point of reflection for me, and especially with the bias of numerology. I have a new sense of relationship to birthdays, and energetically calculating my personal year, meaning my general energetic vibration from today to this day next year, is a 44, which is today's date. It's a 44 double date numerology. And so 4 representing the physical realm, it's a masculine container. If you imagine a square with 4 straight lines, straight line being the most masculine shape in the world of art. 4 represents structure, order, foundations, the key elements that are tested under the energy of 4 are masculine traits such as discipline, consistency, focus, and really these are themes in my personal life that I really have had to make some changes in order to execute the vision that I have and succeed this time, having tried twice before and learning what were the things that I needed to do differently, but also how are the ways in which I did not show up in the past that I can learn from and implement and do it right this time. And so my personal year being a 44, it's really a huge emphasis on creating the foundations and tapping into my masculine in order for my feminine to flourish. You see, when it comes to energetic balance of the masculine and feminine, they both work in tandem. They both require each other, and they both serve a sense of purpose for one another. And so, in order for feminine energy, which creativity is a feminine expression, it's very chaotic, right? It can go in any direction, and that's the beauty of it. However, if that chaos, if that creativity is not contained in a container, a masculine container, it scatters, it becomes loose and doesn't yield into anything. And so the feminine energy requires a safe, a big enough, a strong enough container for it to flourish within. Similar to the analogies that I've used in the past describing how to execute a vision, for example, right? It's a matter of tapping into the masculine where the vision is clear and all the steps that are necessary to get there are clear. And so you've created a blueprint, essentially, of the vision you have. And so what is left is the creativity that fills that. And in my case, that's content creation, right? Having clarity on exactly the structure of the business and creating content that simply fuels that, it makes my life as a creative a lot easier because there's clear direction and a clear path for that feminine energy to flow through to create what it wants to create. And so a 44 frequency, a power number or a master number, they both go synonymously. But it's the potency of the 4 and the 4 coming together is like two sides of a magnet with the same polarity, right? Like they're locked in union now. Like that polarity is what they operate through. And so this is why master numbers do not get simplified down to a single digit, because only these numbers, 11, 22, 33, etc., holds this quality of having that intense level of polarity. And so they operate on a completely different bandwidth of energy than other numbers. And so this year is going to be, one, incredibly fruitful because power master numbers have the ability to create with a level of expression that is seen as a form of mastery because the frequency requires that. And equally as great and grand as the end result could be, the only way to get there is through the challenges. And 4 representing the physical realm, 44 is the master builder and also the master destroyer. And so often with master number frequencies, the intensity of the energy is high to the point where destruction happens in our lives where it's necessary. And we can get ahead of it by not allowing it to be destructive to our lives. Destruction, in a sense, is part of the holy trinity of life: creation, preservation, destruction. When cycles end, there is always a sense of destruction that is required in order for the space to be created for what's going to fill that gap. And so destruction and distortion, or events that make us feel like we're being challenged, are exactly the opportunities that are presented to us to learn from. And those are the lessons that are required to be learned in order to get to where we're trying to get through, what we're trying to break through. And so for me, this whole theme of this next year is going to be around the number 44. And so I'm very excited for that. I'm already facing challenges just within myself in terms of having that discipline, having that focus and consistencies to really show up the way that I choose to show up. And I'm making good progress and I'm improving every day. And so it's a matter of being really honest and accountable on yourself. And I can honestly say that I can improve and I can do a lot better. And once I get into a flow, I'm going to be much happier. So I'm still finding my way into that flow, but I'm making good progress. But anyway, moving on to tomorrow, April 1st. So when the month changes, of course, the double date numerology changes. And so 1 + 4 + 10 is 15. And so we shift from an energy of 44 to a 15, which simplifies down to a 6. 6 representing harmony, unity, family, community. And so that's just reminded me that there are some events that the community are hosting. There are many events that the community host here. And maybe it's a good day for me to attend and socialize and connect with the community tomorrow. And 6 for me is always a good day to catch up with your loved ones and connect with them and allow yourself to be expressive in how you feel. Any topics that might bring the relationship closer, or any topics that simply just come from the heart, are very fruitful under the energy of 6. And it's very creative too. And so any form of creative expression, arts, interior design, 6 representing like the home, it's important to keep the home in order. Maybe it's just a general cleanup, or even just shuffling things around, just redecorating just slightly, just to keep the energy fresh, without it getting too repetitive. I don't know, but maybe that's just a personal thing for me. But yeah, 1st of April, April Fool's Day. Funny why they call it April Fool's Day, right? I don't know if anyone's tapped into calendar systems, but the current calendar system that we live in is this is a deep topic, so I'm going to try to keep it simple and not go rambling too much. But the calendar system that we currently collectively subscribe to, with January being the first month, is a Gregorian calendar system adjusted by Pope Gregory, who was mathematically making Julius Caesar's calendar system more accurate. But Julius Caesar was a very smart man, and he managed to gain enough power to change the calendar system from what it used to be, with March being the first true month, represented by the alignment with nature. Like it is in March, we have the spring equinox, the moment where we transition from winter into spring. And spring represents the start of new life, right? And so it makes sense to have the new year in March. And in many traditions, religions, March is the first true month. And so if you look at the Latin name for each month that we have Septem, which in Latin is 7. Octo is 8. Octagon, octopus. Novem 9. Deci 10. Decimal, 10 decimal places. 10 numbers for a decimal. Okay, ignore that last sentence. But you understand what I'm saying. So if September is the 7th month, but in our calendar system, it's the 9th month, you can see the distortion. And this is intentionally done to misguide us and collectively subscribe us to a flow of time which is lagged, it's displaced. And so it changes the dynamics with our code and our time cycles considerably. And so I'll leave it at that. I do go deep into this in my readings. And I find this a very interesting topic, mostly because I see how it changes the code and I see how that's reflected within me. And it's given a whole brand new layer of clarity, which I'm just so grateful for. Really makes life a lot easier in terms of making decisions, but also understanding, thanks to the knowledge of the light and shadow aspects of each number, understanding what are the certain tendencies that I find myself exercising, which may be the shadow aspects of some numbers, and I'm holding myself back in some way. And so just identifying that brings energy to the situation enough to diffuse it and pay attention to it and see what the lesson is here and give it gratitude and let it go. It's simple, but it's not easy, of course, like most things. But yeah, I think I feel very content with this download, or stream of consciousness. Don't want to use the word download, but I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, any queries, or if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, then my information is in the description below. And since it is my birthday, I thought I would give you guys a treat and play a song that I have been learning. I only started learning this maybe 2 days ago. But I think it's a great song, and I really like it. And I hope you like it too. Okay. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Eternal light inside my heart. eternal light inside my heart, eternal light inside my heart, eternal light inside my heart, eternal light inside my heart. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya ho, ya hey. Ya hey ya ho. Ya na wa na hey ya na. Hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. The light of the angels dancing in my heart. The light of the angels dancing in my heart. The light of the angels dancing in my heart. The light of the angels dancing in my heart. The light of the angels dancing in my heart. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya ho, ya hey. Ya hey ya ho. Ya na wa na hey ya na. Hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey ne yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. The light of the sun radiating in my heart. The light of the sun radiating in my heart. The light of the sun radiating in my heart. The light of the sun radiating in my heart. The light of the sun radiating in my heart. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya ho, ya hey. Ya hey ya ho. Ya na wa na hey ya na. Hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey ne yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Light of the moon shining in my soul. The light of the moon shining in my soul. The night of the moon shining in my soul. The light of the moon shining in my soul. The light of the moon shining in my soul. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya ho, ya hey. Ya hey ya ho. Ya na wa na hey ya na. Hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey ne yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. The light of the forest guiding my way home. The light of the forest guiding my way home. The light of the forest guiding my way home. The light of the forest guiding my way home. The light of the forest guiding my way home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya ho, ya hey. Ya hey ya ho. Ya na wa na hey ya na. Hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey ne yo. hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya, ho, ya, hey. Ya, hey ya, ya na, wa na, hey ya na, hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey ne yo. The light of the sun, hey ne yo. Lighting up, hey ne yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ya, ho, ya, hey ya, ho. Ya na, wa na, hey ya na, hey ne yo. Eternal light, hey ne yo. Inside my heart, hey yo, hey. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Turn on the light and set my heart. Turn on the light inside my heart. Turn on the light inside my heart. Oh, it was 22:22 just as I finished. Let's go. That's the 44. Oh my god, that's amazing. Wow. Well, listen, I love this song, and this is the first time I've actually played it on camera. And so I'm a little upset that I messed up near the end, but hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, good night, grand rising, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And as always, I will see you again tomorrow.